folks, how are you doing? Captain Mark here again. I'm so glad to be with you. Captain Mark Stevenson is my name. In case you want to look me up online, you'll find out a whole bunch of stuff about me. Don't believe half of it. Most of it is lies, I tell you. They're lying on me. I want to just share some things with you today. Today is the last episode of the season, and we do 12 episodes. I just want to thank the folks from Dreamcatchers. I want to thank Dr. Captain Benton Cook for helping to organize sponsoring us and underwriting our show. I would like to thank Omari and oh my God, there are just so many, Sylvia, and all the staff here at Can TV. Let me tell you, folks, if you want to do a show and get your message out, whatever it might be, Can TV has so many ways that you can deliver your message. You see, the people that pay for cable TV, part of the taxes that you pay go towards producing public television so people can express themselves and use freedom of speech to talk about whatever they want to. I talk about from the wheelhouse because I'm a boat captain, and I want to share everything that I can with those of you who want to come out on the beautiful Lake Michigan or the rivers, the Calumet River or the Chicago North or South Branch. Oh, in fact, we got a new casino that's already being built right on the North Branch of the Chicago River. That casino is going to bring a different type of business to the riverfront for sure. But there are a selection of great restaurants and bars and grills, all types of places up and down the river system that many people just don't know about because for whatever reason they think they have to have a boat to get there. Well, most of these places are also accessible by land as well. So I want you to know that you can get out here and enjoy the wonderful things that are happening here in the waterways of Chicago. Now, to get to the meat of the matter, I'm going to cover quite a few things, but first, I love to have some fun. Let's take a look at fails of the week. Boat fails of the week. Go ahead and roll the tape. Here we go. This guy here is backing out of his slip. And I don't know. No, he's coming forward. Thousands of dollars worth of damage. You go up against that wood like that. Fiberglass does not bend and like metal on a car. You won't dent it. It'll crack. And that's the problem you'll have. It's too late. Later, you can run up front, or you better run to the back and find out what's going on and get that guy to dock that boat again. Here's another one. This is a double-decker pontoon boat. What did they do here? I don't know. Oh, my God. It looks like they are overloaded on one side. The boat is about to flip over. Well, this is the kind of thing that happens. That's why you want to make sure if you get on the water, especially if you're planning on drinking and having a great time, hire a licensed captain. Hire a guy or a girl that knows how to run a boat safely. Anything can happen there. And yeah, as big as that boat is, it will flip over. The captain has to distribute the weight, silly. Here's another guy here. He's got a little fishing boat here. This is interesting. Toilet seat, and he's got his toilet paper there. That was unusual. That is pretty good, pretty funny. Here is the Coast Guard pulling a boat that is half sunken. You might notice that it had balloons on it. This is one of my favorites. Watch these folks. Oh, they're throwing down. They're having a good old time. Oh, they're just doing everything that they think. Oh, the guy lost his glasses. He turns around, watch. He's adjusting his glasses, but the wind catches the glass from behind, and he loses. I've lost hats and all kinds of glasses myself. Same kind of way. What the heck happened here? Well, this guy here, it looked like he was fighting to get into his spot. Oh my God. Oh my God, what is this guy doing? I haven't seen this one. Wow, now this guy here is bringing his boat up on land, and that's a great little technique, a little tool there to help bring him up on land. I guess if you don't want to get your feet wet, this is the way to go. Boy, what won't they think of next? I saw a boat, a car coming down in Burnham Harbor, and I thought the guy was trying to commit suicide. Oh my God, oh look at this lady. Now that's something special. I got to try that myself. Boy, oh boy, let's go ahead and talk now about some of the things. Just one thing after another. Oh, but we have fun on the water, but you better be safe. You better be safe. When you go about doing this, you want to make sure that you have some people around you that are going to do it right. So I want to, let's go back to you, and when I hit the button that says you, it's really me. I want them to change the labels on these buttons because it's not you, it's me. Isn't that right? Oh, Mari. Okay, so much for that. Captain's insurance. Captain's insurance is just about non-existent. If anything happens on a boat or an accident happens, who's responsible? They're going to always come after the captain first. And if you have a home, you have some personal assets, all of a sudden your home and your personal assets are at risk of being lost. So we need to make sure that we are notifying as many insurance companies as possible that listen to me. Now listen to me, folks. We need your help. We need Captain's Insurance. There's a couple of companies that do it. And they claim that they will protect our licenses and will represent us in a court of law. But I want to know about my personal assets as well. Sure, the people have insurance who own the boat, but people will come after anybody attached to a boat charter. And it's obvious that they're going to come after the boat captain first. Captain referrals. Now, I have had recently discussion with my team from Exceptional Yachts. I've had discussion with many other captains and owners, and everyone is discouraging me from talking about this and trying to pursue it. That means I'm on the right track. You know, the more haters that you have, TD Jakes indicates to us that if you collect haters, you are on the right track, because the more haters that you have is a clear indication that you're doing something that is worth something. So I'm going to talk about captain referrals. I can only drive one boat at a time, people. No captain that I've ever met has been able to drive more than one boat at a time. We're like pilots on a plane. And even though the technology may allow me to operate 100 boats at once, I really have to have a set of eyes on each boat. So a trained set of eyes must be in the form of a United States Coast Guard licensed captain. It's simple as that. But I can only drive one boat at a time. Just today, folks, I turned down 11 people, and on my way into this studio, I turned down the 12th person who asked me could I drive their boat for them this Saturday. Oh my God, don't they know it's already Thursday? In fact, I'm booked for the year. All the premium captains are already booked for the year. I'm taking bookings for next year. In fact, I think what I'm going to do is run an auction. I'm going to pick all of the Saturdays and the premium days, the 4th of July, Scene Party Day, Air and Water Show and stuff like that, and put it online and just let people bid for those days if they want Captain Mark, since Captain Mark can only drive one boat at a time, and he's constantly getting all of these calls. It just makes sense. What about you if you're a boat captain? What about you if you're going to become a boat captain? You need to know how to build your business, because we are all independent licensed captains. We don't work for the owners. No. We don't work for any big companies. Some of us do, but they're only making $25, $30 an hour. Oh my God. How much does a captain really make? Well, independent captains usually make about $100 to $150 per hour, depending on what they charge. And you have the right to charge whatever you want as an independent captain. But these referrals, these people have told me, don't tell people about how much captains are making, and don't tell people about the referrals that you're giving to other people. Well, I don't care what you say. If you don't like the way that I'm talking, you can apologize to me later. In fact, get your own damn television show. You don't have to, you don't have to have my approval. And guess what? I don't need yours. So I'll tell you like it is. I give these referrals to other captains, and yeah, I ask them to give me some of the money, sure. But if I'm turning down 10, 12 jobs per day, if I only get $50 per job for 10, that's $500 per day of revenue that I wouldn't have otherwise. It just makes all the sense in the world for me to establish a tier system of licensed captains. Oh boy, I can hear them cringing now. Oh my goodness. What do you mean about a tier system? Well, some of the captains just got out of captain school this year, and they're making $100 an hour. Don't even have the experience in case an emergency happens yet. They have their captain's license. They've done 360 days of working on a boat under the direction of a licensed captain. They went to captain school at places like Chicago Maritime School and the likes. Here's another one. You think I'm joking. I know you all think I'm joking. But here's another one. Oh my goodness. This is no joke at all. And I have to show you, because, well, let's see. I can't turn the overhead on, Omari. There you go. Okay. I don't know if you can read this. Here we go. Hi, this came in at 6:13 right now. You think I'm not telling the truth? Hi, Captain Mark. My name is Charlotte. We were referred to you by Captain Mark. Wow, that's another captain I know named Mark. We wanted to know if you had availability on July 16th for a charter from 1 to 5. No, I'm not available. No, I'm not available. That's what, 13 on the day? Oh my goodness. But let me go back to, there you go. I'm not trying to impress you. I'm trying to impress upon you that we have a shortage of captains. And the money is laying there on the table for you to gather up if you do the right things. Contact me, grab a pen. I'm going to give you my contact information, and I'm going to tell you how you can attend different schools, training programs. Some of them are free, some of them cost money. I don't make money out of referring you to them, but once you have your captain's license, you need to contact me. And yes, I'll take some of the money for referring some of these jobs to you. At the end of this show, I'll take this call, this text message that just came in, and I will refer it to someone else and let them do the job. Why? Because Captain Mark's already booked. I'm already booked for the whole year. So I can't drive but one boat. I keep telling you this. I want you to know that these referrals and It shouldn't be. It really shouldn't be. Here's another point that I'm trying to make about this tier system. A captain that only has 1 or 2 years experience should not be making the same kind of money that a captain who has 25, 30, 40 years experience, okay? I see some young people coming into the business and middle-aged people and there's no limit on the age, folks. No, you don't have to be a young person. Some people come into this business in their 50s and 60s. I said it, yes, I'll help you do it if that's what you really want to do. But they come into business making that kind of money, $100 an hour, and I want you to know that they have no business doing this like this. Here's the way that I would suggest that they do this. Drive the smaller boats, work for big companies first, your first 3 years, 4 years. You probably would do well working for one of the big boat companies on Navy Pier or along the Chicago River, where you could learn the business. You could learn about safety. You could learn about the things. You see, taking a class and having your captain's license does not make you a captain. It's the experience combined with having the license that makes you a captain. So I believe that there should be a 3-tier system. Our licenses are for 5 years, and those people that have been in the business for under 5 years should be on tier 1, and 5 to 10 years on tier 2, and 10 to 15 years on tier 3, and they should be paid different rates. I think that the tier 1s should be at about $35 or $40 an hour. Tier 2 should be at $65, $70 an hour. Tier 3 should be at $100 an hour and up. The top captains right now are making $150. Few of them are making more than that, per hour. And we do 4-hour charters, and some people are doing 3 charters per day. You do the math. That's 12 hours a day of working. Captain Mark can't do it anymore. That's why I don't mind giving the secrets away. And this is why my colleagues are so upset with me, because I'm giving you the secrets. And if they don't like it, so damn what? I know they're mad. Oh boy, I'm gonna get some calls and some stuff on my Facebook page for darn sure. Owners versus captains. The owner has a different level of responsibility than what the captains have. The owners, they have, boy, they have to pay for, and I'm talking about the bareboat charter sector right now. A person that owns his own boat that changes it into a charter boat still has to pay for that dock. In a Chicago system, you're paying about $5,000, $6,000 a year just to dock the boat for 5 months. And you're really only making money for 4 months. They also have to have mechanics on call. There is only a handful of mechanics. All decks on hand. All hands on deck, that is. We have to have more mechanics. And I'm telling you, the mechanics are charging on average $200, $250 per hour to be out there working on these boats, on these docks. If you know someone who's an automobile mechanic, an auto mechanic right now, have them contact me. Here's my number, 312-437-2230. My telephone number again is 312-437-2230. Or you can text me. You can text me if you like, or you can just go ahead and email me at boatmaster. That's boatmaster1653@gmail. I'll say that again before the end of the show in case you didn't catch it. So, and just make sure you turn your phone recorders on or something, or your television recorder on, so that you can catch this information. Owners versus captains again. The owners have a great deal of responsibility. They pay an exorbitant amount of money for insurance. Many of them are trying to do it illegally, and we want to catch all the ones that are not doing it right, that do not have the proper insurance and proper licensing with the City of Chicago, licensing with IDNR, that's the Illinois Department of Natural Resources. Let me tell you something, folks, and I know people don't like this either, but it's my last show, so I don't care. If I see you out there, if I know that you are out there doing illegal charters, I will be the very first person to report you because you are dangerous. Just because you own a boat doesn't mean that you can just open up a website and contact one of these applications that book boats. And now you're in business. There are things that you need to do in order to get in business, right? And I do want to help you. If you need some help, call me at 312-437-2230. I'll show you how to monetize your vessel in the correct manner. And these other owners don't want me bringing you into business. They tell me, one of them told me, I wish I could call his name. I want to punch him in the jaw. He says, they are not worthy. They aren't worthy. Who the hell does he think he is to tell someone that they're not worthy? He's not in position to do that. Only the Coast Guard, only the IDNR, only the Chicago Police Marine Unit, only those authorities, the regulatory agencies that govern our industry, they're the ones that can tell you if you are worthy or not. And I'm the guy that can show you how to become worthy with each one of these. So I want you to be safe. I don't have to charge you a penny to do this. I want you to be safe, and it is my job to pass on the information of safety for free because it was so freely given to me. No, it wasn't. I had to fight like hell to find out. I had to fight like hell for it. We have new Coast Guard leadership. I'm proud to announce and welcome to Chicago Sector, to Chicago Sector, Lake Michigan, Commander Joseph Parker. Commander Parker is now the head guy in charge of the Coast Guard, and we are looking to him and his leadership to guide us during the next few years. He'll be here probably 3 years or so, and we're looking for his leadership to help us with these illegal charters. We have a program called See Something, Say Something. And so if you see something, you're supposed to say something. If you're going to rent a boat, make sure that you ask the owner for his licensing. I know you don't know what the hell you're looking for, but ask him anyway. Is he properly licensed? When the captain comes on board, ask him to show you his credentials. A professional captain has his credentials in his hand when you board that boat to show you that he is properly licensed. You better watch who you're dealing with. If you are trying to save money, if you're trying to pinch pennies, don't get into the bareboat charter thing. Don't do it. Don't do it at all. If you're trying to rent a boat and you're trying to do it on a small budget, let me tell you, you're probably best off taking your friends on one of the big boats on Navy Pier or on the lake. Those boats are completely certified. They have what's called a COI, or a certificate of inspection. These boats have been inspected and are constantly monitored and inspected by the Coast Guard and other regulatory agencies to make sure that they're safe. So if you're trying to save some money, that's what you want to do. If you're trying to spend some money and show off or either have your real good, high quality, upscale time, that's okay too. But make sure that you're dealing with people that have records that are clean. And you can easily do that just like you do when you go shopping. All you have to do is check how many stars that they have and how many reviews that they have. Take time to read the reviews. They're important. I mean, even though some of these owners, I said it, some of these owners are writing their own reviews and getting their friends to write them, but you need to read them just the same. Because all of them are not doing that. Some of these reviews are genuine. I want to make emergency plans for Lake Michigan. What is Captain Mark going to do now that he's slowed down? And I'm slowing down to almost no charters. But what am I going to do? I'm going to work on something called the emergency plans for Lake Michigan and rivers. And I want to devise a plan. I watch these planes every day that are landing at Midway and O'Hare, and they come in over Lake Michigan. It's my fear that one day one of these planes are going to fall into the lake. I hope not. I hope it never happens. But what happens if it does? I want you to know that when 9/11 happened, it was the merchant mariners like myself who were out there with tour boats, out there with party boats, out there with all types of boats, who evacuated New York City. All of the streets were just stopped and clogged up. Everybody tried to get out there at once, but there were thousands and thousands that were evacuated from that area with boats. No telling what could happen downtown Chicago. Do we have an emergency plan? I don't know. I've only been doing this all my life, but if we have a plan, if the emergency disaster relief team here in Chicago has a plan, I think they need to let us know about it. You think they would let every licensed captain know about it? Because we're supposed to have some type of role in this. Because you never know, it may involve the waterfront. The Chicago Harbor Safety Committee is a way to find out more information. Go to chicagoharborsafety.org, chicagoharborsafety.org. You'll find out a ton of stuff about what they are doing to keep the waterways safe here in Chicago. And some people have said, Mark, didn't you start holding these meetings back in 2009, 2010? Yeah, I did, but weren't you the founder of that? Wait a minute, let me tell you something. Wonderful things can be accomplished when no one cares who gets the credit. I don't care who gets the credit for anything. And I know from experience that wonderful things can be accomplished. So just know this, chicagoharborsafety.org will bring you to a group of people that have a plethora of good information, more than I could possibly ever dream of, to make your life safer on the Chicago waterways. I thank everyone who is involved with the Chicago Harbor Safety Committee because of the work that they do. I can't say enough good things about them. We talked about shared leasing programs before. You don't have to own a boat. Look up shared leasing online and see what it takes for you to share a boat with other people. Maybe you can avoid having the expenses of that. Boy, this show has gone by already so quick. Don't smoke any weed on the waterfront. Don't do it. All the waterfront is federal waters. It's illegal. So don't think that you live in Illinois and you can do that. I just want to thank everybody for the last 12 episodes from the Wheelhouse, and I'm so excited to be with you all. Just know this, I do everything from my heart just for you. So until next time, I'll see you in the fall. We'll start up again. Until next time, I'll see you then. So mama, get the coffee ready, because the kid, he's on his way.